Hello there, and welcome to Eastshade. Also I gotta check out that game right there in the corner, Songs of Glimmerwick. Maybe I'll do that after the stream. But yeah, welcome to Eastshade. So, before we get into this, you're gonna be stuck with me having lengthy anecdotes and whatnot. But, more importantly, before we get into this, first of all, this is my first stream since the 16 hour, yeah, 16-hour, streamathon. I did my math wrong. So, we actually, instead of ending at 31 points, we ended at 41 points. Which does mean that I'm going to have to, come up with some... I'm gonna have to start working on that podcast. Don't know when that'll be, but it will happen. And as for all the other goals we reach too, I will eventually get those dealt with. Anyway, with that out of the way, let me just talk a little bit about Eastshade before we get into this. So let me set the stage for you a little bit. The year is 2020. It's the first few months of the year. I think it's April. Yeah, it's around April of 2020. All the big news, first of all, everyone was worried that World War III was about to start because President Trump at the time had apparently assassinated a military commander of, was it Afghanistan? I think it was Afghanistan. But yeah, everyone was worried about that, and then all of a sudden, there were the Australian wildfires and all that was happening, and then the pandemic. It's actually kind of funny timing because as of today-ish, or maybe yesterday, I don't know, time is weird. COVID-19 is no longer considered a global pandemic, which, to my, here's the thing, it's not that it's not still an issue. You should still very much take care of yourselves and make sure not to spread the disease. All that ending means is that it just means that I guess the disease won. Humanity just got bored with having a pandemic, and so we just gave up on it. Which tells you how much of a wimp we are. Anyway, that was a bit of a tangent. But point being, yeah, let me set that stage for you right there. Start of 2020, the global pandemic gets declared, and everyone goes into lockdown. If you're not working in essential business, you have to stay home. Stay inside as much as possible. Don't come into contact with anyone. First it started at 2 weeks, and then they extended it to 4 weeks. This, of course, all depends on like where in the world you were. Some places didn't have lockdowns, but where I lived, that was it basically. 2 weeks extending into 4 weeks, and then eventually my boss talked his boss into letting us come back to work. But point being, during that period of lockdown, I saw as my chance to play some games that I had been wanting to play but never got around to playing. And this is one of those games, Eastshade. And I didn't get super far into it. I played a bit. I played enough to enjoy it. But there were other games that I wanted to play too, so I swapped over to those instead, and such was the case. But it's not a big deal. Anyway, yeah, I never got to finish this game, but in the period of time in which I was playing it, it was outstanding. Like, this game is... it's very unique. It has a lot of stuff going for it. And here's one last thing I want to say for the anecdote. So Ian, most of you on this channel probably know Ian at this point. One of the big games that they played was Bugsnax, because to them, Bugsnax was the game that made them want to be a streamer. And pretty much from the moment they started streaming, they'd wanted to do a series on Bugsnax. They eventually did, and I'm very proud of them for them. I'm happy for them for that. I can't say this is that game for me, mostly just because there was no one singular game that made me want to be a streamer. Being a content creator was just a dream of mine from, like, way back in the past, it wasn't a, like... pretty much ever since I started watching YouTube Let's Plays back in, like, I don't even fucking know how long that was. It was like before 2010. It was such a long time ago. Yeah, ever since I started watching Let's Plays, I've always wanted to just be a content creator of some form, be it a YouTuber, writer, an artist, a musician, something. And I eventually came around to streaming when, back again during lockdown, I discovered Vtubers. Not the same lockdown, by the way. The actual lockdown was like for the first 4 weeks, back in April. The lockdown in which I discovered VTubers was like a ways later, back in the September of that year. But anyway, let's circle back around to this game right here. This game is one that I have been wanting to stream basically ever since I became a streamer. I just never got around to it. I had too many other games on my plate, I was trying to maintain my Skyrim series. I was trying to, have other ongoing series throughout the periods of time. You know the number of incomplete series I have on this channel. It's a lot. But since Skyrim has been shelved, and I want to dive into another game, here's Eastshade. Now, you'll see here in a moment, before I hit new game, what Eastshade is all about. But, it's a narrative game with exploration, open world, beautiful world design, and I'll show you here in the options actually. Right now the video, yeah, graphics quality is at its lowest setting. Sure, whatever. Yeah, graphics quality is at its lowest setting. I think maybe my PC could handle a little bit higher than that, but we'll see. Maybe I'll turn it up if the game looks too shitty, but I don't think it will. I think it'll still look fine. But yeah, Eastshade. Here's just a few things that I have to say before we jump in. This is, I said open world, exploration. It also has survival elements and crafting elements. And usually, in my experience, when you put those two things together, it really turns me off of the game. Like, I know everyone fucking loved that one Viking game, I can't remember what it was called. Was it Valhalla? There's like 3 games called Valhalla. I think it was Valhalla. The Viking game that everyone loved. But it was a survival crafting game, and so I was like, fuck that. And then like there's just too many games of that genre to name for me to remember them all, but just a lot of those games I just never played because I don't really like too much the idea of survival, and I don't like too much the idea of crafting and managing resources. This game, however, I think does that well. It puts all the survival and crafting kind of on the back end. Like, it's not up front, I guess is the best way to put it. Basically, to someone like me who does not like survival crafting open world exploration games, I very much like this game. So let me show you why. Oh, and what is my name? My name is Haru. I guess hit enter. So yeah. Welcome to Eastshade. So we open up on a boat. Let me just see here real quick. The video options, brightness. Yeah, let's turn brightness up a little bit. 75 is probably good, right? No, don't make everything quiet. Hang on. Alt enter. Fuck. Hang on. I need to change the resolution again. Okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah, apparently me changing those settings made the game full screen again, so I could see chat. Anyway, so this is, yeah, we open up on a boat. Cool. And let's just have a little bit of a look around. First we see a few different people. You will notice these are not humans. You've got like a deer person, a monkey person, and a pop up for my security thing. And another monkey person. This guy we can actually talk to, though. Hang on, I may need to turn down the sensitivity on this controller. 40 maybe? Yeah, apply those changes. Hit Alt Enter again so that I can go back into windowed mode. Okay, that's a little bit better. Anyway, let's talk to you.
Forgive an old woman, but I forgot your name. What was it again?
Hard.
Would you mind getting my book from the sleeping quarters? It would spare my bones the trip. It's called Great Voyages.
Alright, so this is our first mission. Okay, so J is journal, or we could just press B. Let's see right there. There's help an old woman. Hello, Skylar. Welcome. So here's her journal. We did see that earlier. Let's interact with that. Great voyages. The seas of the north are widely unexplored. Researchers predict that these waters are expansive, and small expeditions have revealed numerous islands filled with diverse life and communities. Due to the unpredictable and violent nature of these waters, many exploration ships have been lost while attempting to form new contacts and carry out scientific research. So let's bring this book back to her.
Thank you very much. I've read this old book many times. Seems I find something new each read. And no matter how many times I've read it, it never fails to get me excited for adventure. Are you the adventuring type?
That I am.
Ah, after my own heart. I've had a lifetime of it, believe it or not. If you're sticking around in Eastshade, maybe I'll tell you all about it sometime. Captain Ilona told me we'll be landing in Lindo shortly. I think we're all antsy to arrive.
So, we just learned a new topic. You could now inquire about topics using the pick topic option. So this is similar to the dialogue option, and actually, like, a lot of the Elder Scrolls games before Skyrim, yeah, I believe every single one of those Elder Scrolls games before Skyrim had the, like, once you learn about a topic, you can talk to people about the topic. So, anyway, with that in mind, I guess we're not allowed to disturb you because you're busy reading, but you we can talk to.
I've never been to Eastshade. I've heard wonderful things about it. Did you know that the people there used to cover their mouths with garments? I've heard that's since gone out of style. Quite a strange fashion fad if you ask me. As long as Eastshade doesn't rock like this ship, I will love it.
Let's pick a topic. Lindo.
It's the quaint little seaside town we'll be landing in. It's one of the many gems of the country, I hear.
Alright, cool.
Almost there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that did not sound good.
Oh dear, we're taking on water. Hurry, someone patch up the ship. I've played too much, I've played too much Sea of Thieves to not know how to deal with this. What's Eastshade? So we're about to find out. Did I ever tell you about the trip your father and I took to Eastshade? Tell me again. Out of all the trips we took, that one was my favorite. You know, if you're ever looking for painting inspiration, I know, Mom. Tell me you'll visit one day. Promise you'll go. I promise. To think of you exploring Eastshade, it makes me so happy. I know you'll find inspiration there. What an adventure you'll have. Listen, there are some places you absolutely mustn't miss. Be sure to paint the giant tree. Ah, I remember it was like it was yesterday. How will I know which tree? You won't miss it, trust me. And the Tiffmore Bluffs. Ah, the lovely sky country. I can picture you there now, an easel set and you making a beautiful painting. Those open skies and endless seas would move any artist. Okay, I will. And the city! There's a magnificent building in the center. From the very top floor, you can see the whole town and more. You won't be able to resist taking out your brushes. Ah, soon. You'll be there soon. You should get some rest, Mom. So, yeah, that kind of hints at our goal for the game. We're exploring Eastshade according to our mother's last wishes before she died. And we are a painter.
You've woken.
Our skill is painting. Or rather our hobby, kind of both. It's both our skill and our hobby. But yeah, we're a painter. Ooh, let me turn down this music a little bit. It's a little bit loud on my end. We'll go with about like 70. Let's go with 80. Oh wait, hang on. I also need to remember every time I change the settings, I need to do that in video as well. Alright, there we go. Apply. Bring the game back to windowed mode so I can see. Alright. So yeah, we like to paint things. And our mom wanted us to come to this place, this country, I guess, called Eastshade. And, well, here we are. Let's talk to this person.
Do you remember what happened?
I was traveling on a ship. It collided with the reef.
I'm glad your memory's intact. You washed up on this beach just a short while after the ship sank. One doesn't last long in water this cold.
Did everyone else make it?
From what I've heard, you were the only passenger misplaced during the wreck. The others are safe in town.
Where are we?
Eastshade, of course. Specifically, my home. I usually don't take visitors, but in this case I can hardly blame you for floating in unannounced.
Did any of my possessions float in?
Only your easel. Don't forget to take it when you leave. Even the frigid tide couldn't bring you to part from it. It must mean a great deal to you.
I won't forget.
I was about to head into town to share news of your survival. You should go there and let them know yourself. It's just up the path.
Thank you for helping me.
On your way, then.
So yeah, this is an open world exploration survival game. If you're wondering about the survival element, it's basically kind of what he just mentioned, is that the water here is very cold, and also nighttime is cold. Nighttime is so cold, in fact, that you will freeze if you stay out too late. So you do have to keep an eye on the time. Other than that, though, yeah. Welcome to Eastshade. Now keep in mind, this is the lowest graphic settings, so I'm sure if you played this game on much higher graphic settings, it'd be a lot prettier. but it's still a very pretty game, you know? And that's what this game is about. It's just chill, it's pretty, it's all about exploration. You can see butterflies floating in the wind. Here's a stick. So let's pick up that stick. Sticks are very, very important. They are what we need to be able to make canvases. And canvases are useful for making paintings. And that's kind of the core gameplay of this game is we make paintings, and yeah. So let's finish collecting up these crafting ingredients first. And welcome to town, Lindau. See right there in the bottom, we got some inspiration. Yeah, it is. Actually, yeah, if you like Oblivion, you'd probably like this game, because even though it doesn't have like combat like Oblivion does, it's got very similar visuals, and it's got a similar dialogue system. But yeah, here's the other thing. Inspiration is very important. You can't just paint everything, you know. It costs a point of inspiration to make a painting. So you kind of have to, you know, find ways to get more inspiration, and of course you are also limited by resources. So if you don't have enough sticks and whatever else you need in order to craft a canvas, then it sucks to be you. So let's talk to this person over here.
Oh, it's you. You're on the ship. What happened to you?
I washed up in a beach cave.
Oh, thank goodness. We thought you were lost. Oh, what a horrible experience. I'm so glad to see you're safe. What brought you to Eastshade anyway?
I'm here to paint the landscape.
A traveling artist? That's wonderful. I came to visit my family. You look like you could use a nice cup of tea. This flavor is a bit strong for some people, but the effects can be lifted with a sip of water from your water skin.
Thanks.
Our captain is in a terrible state. I suppose that's to be expected. She won't even leave the dock. Perhaps it would console her to know that we all survived. You should speak with her.
Where are you staying?
My family lives here in Lindo, so I'll be staying with them. If you find that night is coming and you're in need of a place to stay, you should check the inn. You'll be comfortable there. It gets cold around here at night. You shouldn't be out without a proper coat.
And let's talk about Lindau.
After that wreck, I may just settle down here for a while.
Alright.
Are you wondering about anything else?
No. Take care. So yeah, this is Eastshade. What time is it? It is still 10:47. I think time is very fixed on the first day, but after the first day, then it starts flowing more regularly. Let's see, we cannot talk to this person. This little kid over here, though, we can talk to them.
Aren't I good at flying?
You certainly are.
Thanks! My dad says that I can do anything as long as I put my mind to it!
Cool. Yeah, it's just a very pretty game. Absolutely stunning. Let's see. This, I believe... No, that's the inn. So this is someone's house. Hello.
Who's there? Nika? Is that you?
No.
You must be one of the tourists. Terrible about the sinking and all that. Glad you're okay. Yada yada, etc. But will you go get Nika, the innkeeper? I need help.
Why is there a jug on your head?
It's stuck, obviously. Now, would you be so kind as to go get Nika for me?
How does that even happen?
It happens. It's fairly normal, really. Doesn't it happen to you from time to time?
I'll get Nika for you.
Brilliant. I'll wait here.
Yeah, so this guy's got his head stuck in a jug. So let's go and talk to him. That person is the same person as before. Here's the inn, so let's go and check in here real quick. Find Nika. Are you Nika?
You must be the traveler from the wrecked ship.
I am. Cave Dweller rescued me.
Oh, good. Ingolf needs some visitors every now and then. I wish he would spend more time in town, but he'd rather be alone.
Do you live in Lindau?
Yes, I run the inn. I always keep a full stock of soup and tea to refresh weary travelers. When I was young, I traveled all over this island. I'd love to adventure again one day.
Alright, let's see. First, talk about Lindau.
It's a bit more calm than Nava. I think it's quite a nice place to relax.
So there we go, we picked up a new conversation topic, Nava. It's apparently another city, but not quite as calm and quiet as Lindau, apparently.
I lived there for a few years, working as a baker. I do miss the bustle of the city sometimes.
So Nava is a city. Good to know.
Certainly.
We can also see what she has. We don't have any currency to buy anything, so we're just gonna back out.
The traveling artist.
Let's see. Eshon needs you.
Oh, of course he does. And what is it this time?
He has a jug stuck on his head.
Again? That's like the 8th time. All right, then, we'd better go help.
Alright, so just follow her around. It is a very chill game. Just super chill vibes. The music is quite relaxing.
Oh, it's really stuck, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty stuck.
I think what we need here is some soap. Would you be a dear and fetch some soap from Amin's house? It's just down the stairs and across the courtyard.
Alright, so we need soap. Just down the stairs and across the courtyard. So I'm assuming this is the house you're looking for.
Hello there. Can I help you, traveler?
Could I borrow some soap?
Soap? Well, certainly. May I ask why?
Eshon's head is stuck in a jug.
He did. Is he a friend of yours?
I barely know him.
Well, I shouldn't gossip then.
What's the dirt?
He's just such a peculiar man. And you know what? I think Lenny is going to have some real issues when he grows up.
Why is that?
Well, you've seen him. The boy is unhinged. And not just that. I've been hearing a lot of yelling coming from that house. I think it's quite a broken home. You know, I imagine you'll be traveling all around this island, being a tourist and all. Perhaps when you get to Nova, you should let the sheriff know about Isan. I think it's only right. You know, for Lenny.
Why don't you?
Well, it's a small town. If word ever got back to Isan that I was the one that reported him, things might be a little awkward, being such a close neighbor and all.
I'll consider it.
I think it'd be best for the child. I only have his best interest at heart. Isan is not a stable man, and wholly unsuitable to be a parent. Here, this will help you with the toll. Right.
Ooh.
Well, here's some soap. Safe travels.
Well, she gave us 15 glowstones, which I'm happy with. So yeah, here we actually have a moral conundrum. This guy apparently is considerably unsuitable to be a father. And he is the father of that... Wait, where is the kid? Is he up here? He's the father of that kid that, like, runs around town pretending he can fly. On one hand, I totally see what...
What? Why? If you don't all
Oh
turn
dear.
right now, I'm gonna jump!
Oh
Okay,
dear.
okay. Everyone turn around. I don't know what you're trying to do, but it's time to come down now.
I stay busy working this dock.
I can't believe
It's hard, but fulfilling for me.
Of course you did. I'm just glad you're back down. Don't do that again, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so that kid, yeah.
Do it again.
It's entirely possible that his father is not well suited to be his father, but at the same time, is it right to tear this guy's child away from him? Like, he doesn't seem like a menace to me. He just seems like a guy that sometimes gets confused. So, I don't know. We'll have to have a think about whether or not to have a talk to the sheriff when that point gets to it, but for now...
You have the soap? Well, let's try this thing then. Here, let me have that soap.
Here you go.
Well, I guess it was convenient that you dropped in when you did. Thanks for getting Nika.
How do you get your head stuck?
Well, you are a nosy tourist, aren't you? Beeswax.
Amin said she heard yelling from your house.
I mean, that nosy, stuck-up goody two-talon. If you had to deal with what I have to deal with. She just doesn't like me because I'm not posh like her. This whole town is stuck up. Them and all their judging eyes. You know what? Get out of my house. You're just like everyone else in this town. Coming in here and telling me I'm a bad father? Get out.
I didn't say you were a bad father.
I know that's what you meant. Just get out.
Well, we got ourselves kicked out of his house. Hello there. Yeah, he's just having fun flying around. Oh, we did unlock a new conversation topic. Let's go ahead and talk to you about Nava.
How have you been?
Oh, I guess we can't. Okay. Well, either way, let's head on back. First, let's check in again at the inn, because I'm sure there's more for us there than what we just saw.
You look well.
Let's see. Yeah, tell me about Nava.
I lived there for a few years, working as a baker.
Oh
I
wait,
do miss
we
the
already
bustle of-
talked to you about it, right?
Certainly.
So now, if we want, we've got two things. So we've got Lindawian Brew for one I forgot the name of the currency. Gem. I'm just gonna call them gems for now. For 1 gem, we could get Lindawian Brew, which is imbued with the quaint, dreamy glimmer of its seaside port town origin. I think that increases your inspiration. I could be wrong. And then there's Meadow Spice Mead, sure to keep you warm on a cold Shadian night. This brew is made with honey from the apiaries of Eastshade's remote west coast. So, yeah, we can... If we do need to stay out late, we can purchase some mead from her, and that will keep us going. Let's head up these stairs and see what there is to see. So, a book. The Architect of Lindau. Lindau's buildings are engineering marvels, as difficult to construct as they are beautiful. The designs of these technical endeavors are the work of one eccentric genius, Azad of Tarya. 5 years ago, this incredible architect vanished. His whereabouts remain a mystery to this day. Though praised for his accomplishments in engineering and architecture, he is perhaps most widely recognized throughout Eastshade for a rare genetic facial disfigurement. A polarizing celebrity, many praise his genius while others resent his supposedly arrogant disposition. Some even claim that his notoriety is owed entirely to the disfigurement, implying that his credited skills are, in actuality, nothing more than ordinary. However, one only needs to look around the town of Lindau to see he had built something wonderful. So there we have it, and then we've got this room here that's locked. Let's talk to you.
I feel so adventurous staying here in Lindo.
Where are you traveling from?
I live in Nava, but sometimes I just long for the primitive lifestyle Lindo offers.
Lindo seems very well established to me.
How humorous you are. I like that in a person. Some may find the story of my journey utterly inspiring. Nothing could have prepared me for the muddy paths, the unbearable heat. I even had to eat outside. Overall, it was a dreadful experience, but I braved through it all.
That sounds like quite a trip.
Yes, it certainly was impressive on my part. I so dearly wish my friends could see how adventurous I've become.
Alrighty. Well, let's head out and see what more there is to see of this town. So this conspicuous individual's been standing over here with a painting.
Are you an artist?
Let's talk to you.
Hey, you have an easel! Are you an artist?
Yes I am.
So am I! Do you want to see what I made?
Okay.
Look!
Wow, you really worked hard on this.
It took all day. But I want to make my next one even better. What should I do?
You'll want to start with a nice canvas.
But I don't know how to make a canvas.
Let's make it together.
All right! You're a nice artist after all.
We need to collect boards and fabric.
I know where some boards are. Follow me.
So here...
Did you see when it ran a reef? I've never seen anything like that. Terrible waste of a good ship. And it went down so quickly. It's amazing anyone made it out of that.
So here's where we can get
Now
boards.
we just need the fabric. I don't know where to find that. Maybe we should ask someone.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
So ask someone where we can find fabric. Well, let's see. First of all, can't talk to either of you. How about you? No. Okay. Maybe the person that in knows where we can find some fabric.
My garden is filled with all sorts of wriggly critters.
Let's see. First of all, fabric.
I think the dock workers used fabric sacks with the incoming and outgoing shipments. You might ask one of them.
Alright, so talk to the dock workers. Also, the architect. What can you tell me about him?
That poor man. He had quite a gruff personality. Not very sociable. But I don't think he meant to offend people. I hope he's very happy, wherever he is.
Alright.
Take care now.
So, kid, looks like we can probably talk to one of the dock workers and they'll be able to help us out with fabric. Oh, and we found more boards. Let's help ourselves to that.
We've had quite a few shipwrecks here. There's a reef surrounded the bay, and that's what does it. It shouldn't slow down traffic too much, though. I'm just glad you all made it.
It was very lucky.
I work on the docks almost every day. If you ever have any questions about Lindau, come on over, and I'll do my best to help.
Thanks.
When I was a boy, merchants came to Lindau with strange spices and soft fabrics. They haven't been back in a long time, though.
What does Lindau import now?
We mainly get shipments of teas, grains and fabrics, and headwear of the latest fashion, of course. In any case, there's always lots of work to do around here.
Alright, first let's have you talk about Lindau.
Lindau is a nice port town, although we don't have much to export anymore, aside from bloom sacks. Now most of our tourism these days are just people passing through, on the way in or on the way out of Nava.
What about the architect?
Can you believe he came up with the plan for this city by himself? I'd love to meet him.
And the fabric?
Fabric? We go through loads of it. Here, these lengths are defective for shipping, but will perhaps serve your purposes.
Alright, thank you a lot.
So we have everything we need now, right? We can make a canvas from this stuff?
So, open inventory to craft a canvas. Wait, no. Over here's our inventory. There we go. So, open our crafting box to make some canvases. And I think we should make as many as we can.
Did you paint something? I want to watch a real artist.
Okay, she wants us to paint something. So now, let's get ourselves a good view. What's a good view for us to paint? Let's maybe get up around here-ish. Here's not a bad spot, you know, you can kind of see the inn, the ship, the fountain, yeah. So let's go ahead and do a painting here. And we can use this to change the cropping, so if we wanted to make it more of a portrait, we could do that. But no, let's just do a full extended landscape painting. And there you have it. Our first painting.
Painting is amazing! I want to try. Can I have a canvas? We found enough stuff, right?
We certainly did.
Yes! I'm going to use this for Miss Nika's next painting. She loves art so much. Hey, Miss Nika loves art like us. She always likes my paintings. I bet she'd like yours too. She really likes the eclipse. You should draw her that.
And so there's a mention of an eclipse. So yeah, in this world, time is still frozen at the moment, but in this world, I believe it's at noon or somewhere close to midday. There's always an eclipse every single day, where that big moon comes in front of the sun. So yeah, anyway, we can browse our paintings. Here's our painting. So yeah, let's see, let's talk to you about the architect.
His disappearance was all very mysterious. I don't believe anyone's seen him in a long time.
Okay, interesting. Let's see. We haven't talked to this person in a bit, so let's have another chat with you. No, there's nothing I can say to you. Alright. Let's talk to this kid again. Do you know the architect?
He's some really old guy. I'm pretty sure.
Alright, that's not much help. Let's see, and yeah, these people over here, really not a whole lot to talk to them about. But yeah, keep an eye out for fabrics and wood. Those are probably the two more important materials for us to look for. And yeah, kind of as the game is so far implied, you can kind of guess where you might find wood or fabrics and use those. Like, where might you find wood? Well, you might find them near a bunch of crates. Or where might you find fabric? Well, dock workers need it. So, yeah. And this is something, what is that? I don't know what that was. Was that more fabric? Might have been. Well, here's more wood. And hello.
Watch your step there. Lots of moving boxes around here. You're looking a little waterlogged. Guessing you just came in off of that ship. Think you even got some seaweed hanging from your ear.
I'm a wreck.
Yeah, we all have those days, right? I mean, my dad got in a shipwreck once. He wasn't as lucky as you, though.
That must have been tough.
Oh, no, he's fine. Just lost his leg is all. Now he gets to order us around even more. So, you'll probably be exploring all over, right? Would you do me a huge favor?
Sure.
My brother loves raspberry-filled pastries. Loves them. Can't get enough. But raspberries don't grow here. So he puts in an overseas order every 2 weeks. It's crazy, really. Now, the thing he hates is grape-filled pastries. I mean, we all hate them, obviously, but he hates them even more. He'd destroy them all if he could, you know? He once saw an old lady eating some, and he grabbed the box and threw it in the ocean. It was the craziest thing. Okay, so what I did was fill his raspberry pastry bag with, grape pastries. Can you imagine what he's gonna do when he eats one? He'll go insane. He's always suspicious of me doing something like this, though, so it would be perfect if you could play along and act like you're a delivery person. So, what do you say? You deliver him to him?
This is mean, but sure, why the hell not?
Perfect. You gotta play the part, though. Really make him think they're raspberry pastries. This'll be great. Here, take these. My brother lives over in Nava, so I'll meet you there in a few days, eh? I'll probably be near the bakery. You just come find me, and I'll point my brother out to you.
Deal. Alright, so at some point, whenever we get to Nava, we look for this guy and his brother, and we're gonna pull a pretty mean prank. Yeah. I guess it's not as bad as if his brother had like allergies to those pastries, in which case this would be just completely malicious. But no, it just seems he's got a little bit of a distaste for them, so we can probably get away with doing this without losing too much moral conscience. Anyway, let's read this book. Once an old lady went up into a tall tower right on the coast. She stayed up there watching the ocean and eating snacks until it was past her bedtime. Then she wanted to go home to see her cat. She started to go down the stairs, but she fell because she was so tired. Then she died. She turned into a ghost, and now she stays in the tower and haunts it. She turns on the lights whenever night comes so that her cat can find her, but the cat doesn't ever go because the tower is... I don't know. Is that it? It feels like there's supposed to be more on that page, but I guess not. Let's get more fabric though. Yeah, we can get lots of good fabric and wood planks from this dock here. Alright, let's talk. One of you is the ship captain, if I'm not mistaken. But first, let me grab more fabric. This is totally not stealing, by the way. This is legitimate. Not committing any crimes. Not like the fabric is property of the dock or anything. Hello.
So you've survived too. That means only one of us has been lost at sea.
Who is lost?
Who? Only the most important one of us all, Annabelle!
Annabelle? She doesn't sound familiar.
Doesn't sound... I see. She carries you across the oceans and you don't even learn her name. Annabelle! My ship! My wooden, sea-loving daughter! Killed by the damned reefs when we came into this miserable town.
I'm very sorry about your ship.
Kind of you to say so. Kindness does nothing to bring sweet Annabelle back to me.
What will you do now?
I imagine I'll be spending the rest of my days mourning Annabelle, sitting here, dreaming of a world where she wasn't destroyed and people actually remember her name.
I'm sorry I didn't remember.
Off with you. Trade your life for hers.
What can you tell me about Lindau?
It's really a terrible place to be stranded. A ship-murdering town.
Yeah, so the captain's very upset about her ship being destroyed. What about the architect?
Why does everyone think I have something to do with his disappearance? I've never seen him, and I certainly haven't taken him as a passenger.
Alright.
Oh, our ship. Such a good ship she was. Now leave me be.
Alrighty. Let's see, anyone else we can have a chat to? I mean, there's you.
My father was a fisher of these oceans, so I've been out on the sea plenty of times. I could never be a fisher, though.
Why not?
Sea monsters.
Pretty sure we've already talked to him about all this stuff, so see you later. Let's head out to the docks, though, see what there is to see out here. There's some wood. No, that's not the button I want to push. Yeah, give me that wood and that canvas. Here's a cat, not a talking one, just a regular cat.
Give me some space.
Little meow meow. Alright, so... yeah, this game is just... it's a game about you making art, and the game itself is just art. It's just so poetic. Alright, let's see. Let's go back and talk to the innkeeper. Because the kid mentioned to us that the innkeeper liked the eclipse.
The salty sea air never gets old.
I guess there's not much I can say to you. What about you, though?
I do enjoy this exciting new lifestyle I've adopted. Did I ever tell you about my journey to Lindo?
Yes, you did.
Oh, right. I'm sure you have the saga thoroughly memorized. Say, you do some sort of art things, don't you? Do you think you could capture my sheer magnificence on canvas? I'm dying to show my friends what a remarkable traveler I've become.
Perhaps.
What stunning taste you have. Be sure to capture every bit of my elegance.
Alright, so we've got to take a painting of this guy. This'll be interesting, alright. So let's do a little bit of portrait moding here, so get a nice portrait. Probably don't want to go get too much white space above him, but we do want to like make the painting big enough so that we can see more of his surroundings. And there we go.
Oh my, that painting. It's the most perfect thing I've ever seen. I simply must have it.
Here you go.
This is wonderful. My friends will be so jealous of me. I think I'll start a collection of paintings just like this. Can you imagine? An entire wall filled with paintings of me.
I'm glad you like it. So there's our first customer, Pompous Patron. Also, here's a candle. Not sure what we'll use a candle yet for, but it's always good to have crafting materials on you when you can. Here's another one, by the way. Let's see. Was there stuff upstairs? Doesn't seem like it. Alright, well, let's head outside. Time is still frozen. So let's see who else there is to talk to. Well, we have not been to this building yet. So let's take a look inside here. And would you look at that? such a nice view of the entire town with the ocean. This is a very relaxing game to play. Like, just the music, the ambiance, the colors. It's just... it's art. It's art. Let's see, I'm pretty sure we've already exhausted all your dialogue. Let's head over to... there's another place all the way over here somewhere. Yeah, let's head on over here. See if there's anyone worth noting.
Great viewpoint, isn't it?
Uh-huh. Hello. It's very different from home.
Look, the eclipse is starting.
And now it's eclipse time.
Not a bad show, right?
I've missed seeing it from solid ground.
You couldn't get me out on the oceans for anything. And especially not in a rickety wooden ship. If you haven't got lodging for the night, feel free to stay at the inn. I'll leave the upstairs room unlocked for you. Drop in at your leisure. Don't worry about payment. Shipwreck survivors stay free of charge.
Thank you.
Take care now.
So yeah, there we get to see the eclipse for the first time. And yeah, like I mentioned, this is a daily occurrence. Happens around midday. So if you miss it once, don't worry. You'll be able to see it the next day. So let's have a chat with you.
The traveling artist.
Let's see. Nope, no more topics.
Take care now.
And what about you people, huh? You're just playing, looks like. But yeah, now that we've seen the eclipse, time is now actually moving. So here's kind of the, like, there's no huge rush to do things in this game. You can kind of take things at your own leisure. So, you know, I think the biggest conflict in the game really is just you having to balance exploration, which is you just like going out and seeing things and finding out where more stuff is, having to balance that with the fact that nightfall gets very cold and you having to have a bed nearby that you can easily get back to, so that you can be safe and sound and ready for the next morning. So here is a bit of a river that flows out to sea, and we do not yet have a way to cross it. Ooh, there's a feather. Now those feathers are important. There's someone that wants the feathers. I can't remember who yet. We have not met them. But yeah, let's just have a little explore, keep the town kind of like, you know, in view, so in case it does start to get too late, we can return to town and not freeze to death. And just enjoy the wonderful wilderness. Like, this right here is kind of everything that I love about Skyrim. Minus the, like, constant attacks from dragons and just random bandits and wolves and stuff like that. So, it is very Skyrim-esque. Also, let's drop a save. Just for the hell of it, because I can't remember how often this game autosaves. So yeah. Got quite a few crafting items scattered about here and there. Here's another stick. Here we've got a bit of marshlands. Or, not really marsh, but, you know, like... yeah, and it's too deep to cross, and remember what that guy at the cave said. It's actually quite cold, the water is, so we can't really swim either. So we got two people here. We got just like this guy chilling right here. Actually, a few people. We've got these people over here. Ooh, I love that dress. I want that dress. That's a very pretty dress. And there seems to be a little bit of a hobbit home over there. Looks very similar to the hobbit houses. But yeah, that is across the river. But over there we can see a bridge. So let's go and check out that bridge, shall we? But first, we found a person. So let's talk to you.
Newcomer, are you? Trying to get across the bridge, I guess. I hope you've got the glowstones for it. It's not free, you know. The rule is you pay once and you can use it as much as you'd like.
What do you do here?
Oh, mate, I'm a fisher. I catch fish, I cook fish, and I sell fish. You know, mostly what I do here is fish. Sometimes I like to visit town, but not very often. What's all that you're carrying? Looks heavy. Are you some kind of painter?
Yes.
You know what? Maybe there's a way you can get the glowstones out of me after all. There's a gazebo in Lindau. Real pretty spot. Maybe you've been there. Anyway, I'd like a painting of that view.
I'll paint it for you.
The gazebo is easy to find. It's just behind the inn. And I want the painting from the gazebo, not of the gazebo. It's the view, not the building, if you get my meaning. I'm fish and fighting today. If you're still willing to paint that gazebo view for me, remember, the gazebo is just behind the inn. See you around.
Alright, so we have yet another person that wants a painting. He wants a painting of the gazebo, which is behind the inn, and he wants the view from the gazebo, not of the gazebo itself. He's very specific, so yeah. That right over there is a gazebo that he is talking about. Just keep an eye out for any potential collectibles as we walk along by. Oh, there's another owl feather hidden among the foliage. And it is starting to get a little bit late. It's 4 p.m. But still decent enough time for us to get this painting now. He said he wanted the view from the gazebo. However, he did not specify what he wanted the view to be of. Does he want the view of the town? Or maybe the sea? Or maybe... I think this. This right here is the perfect spot. But first we're gonna need to do a little bit of crafting. We can make one more canvas. So yeah, let's... I did not mean to do that, but okay. Yeah, this is one of those instances where I don't know why, but for whatever reason the input registers as like a double input. So like I press A once and then it thinks I pressed A twice, which I didn't. But hey, let's take a look at what we just painted. It's a little bit blurry, so we can't really tell much of it. And then there's this painting right here, which no one particularly wants, at least not yet. So, unless we find someone who's just like, hey, I just want like a random painting, then we'll just have to chill. Oh, hello there, I did not see you.
There's nothing like a good book on a day such as this. Actually, books are the perfect way to spend any day. Do you enjoy reading?
I do.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Perhaps I can share my favorite books with you sometime. My favorite books are the ones that inspire me to write myself. How about you?
I feel the same way.
We creatives, me a writer, you a painter, we've got to stay inspired. Best way I've found is to drink many, many cups of tea. Always gives me a boost. Speaking of writing, if you find any feathers around here, I'd happily buy them. I'm constantly losing my quills. I figure 3 should do it.
So here's the person that wanted the feathers. Here you go.
Oh, wonderful. Hopefully this is enough to last me a while. Thank you very much. I do hate scouring the forest. If you find any more, I'll pay you 1 close in a piece. Is there something else?
Alright, so we've got someone that can just buy any feathers that we find, but let's talk to you about other stuff first.
Lindau used to be right on the river until a mudslide destroyed most of the town. After that, the townspeople relocated to the coast.
Interesting. So Lindau actually used to be at a different location, but it was destroyed and then rebuilt on the coast. That's a little bit interesting. Alright, what do you know about Nava?
Many of the folk from Old Lindau moved there after the mudslide. The library there is of a historic note.
And how about the architect?
Ah, that would be Azad. A brilliant, brutally honest, and highly misunderstood man. Undoubtedly too curt for his own good. Perhaps that's why many Lindau folk found it difficult to maintain amicable relations with him. Is there
Alrighty.
something else?
I'm gonna hang on to the feathers for now, but I don't think anyone else needs them, so we could probably just sell them all to him. But anyway, let's go back and find this fisher, because he wanted the paint. Oh, here's another feather.
Well, looky here, you've gone and painted the gazebo view. Are you willing to sell it?
Here you are.
How about that? Got myself something fancy. Damn fish aren't biting today. Thanks again for that painting. See you around.
Alright. So yeah, this is kind of like the core gameplay, you know? You just do odd jobs for people. Occasionally you run into someone who wants a painting, and you paint it. Also over here we can see our current quests. So there's the pastries. That one we can't do until we get to Nava. There's something about the architect of Lindau. Azad, the one responsible for designing much of Lindau's architecture, mysteriously went missing years ago, so we may be able to locate the architect. We'll have to see. And then there's the unsuitable parent. Yeah, this one I'm feeling a little bit dubious about, but it is marked in our journal, so keep an eye on that. And then here's kind of the main overarching quest of the entire game. So Mother always wanted me to visit Eastshade. She wished me to paint 4 of her favorite places on the island. A giant tree anywhere on the Tiffmore Bluffs, the highest peak, and the view from atop the common tower in the big city. So yeah, 4 places that she wanted us to paint, and that's kind of our overarching goal for the duration of the game, is to paint that. It's starting to get a little bit later now. We're now at around like close to 6 o'clock. Ooh, there's more canvas. Don't mind if I do. Then there's also this person.
A newcomer. In the future, if you're ever in need of carriage to Nava, I'm your driver.
Okay, thanks.
My ox is strong, no?
So yeah, she can basically fast travel us to Nava if we want to. I believe it costs money. I've actually never used her service in all my few hours of playing this game in the past. I've just, you know, yeah, I never really bothered with her service because I was just here for the exploration. Let's see. Yeah, just grab all the stuff that we see around here. So let's see, I don't actually have a compass, so it's hard to tell the actual cardinal direction that we're facing around here. But I think, yeah, and you can't also use like sunrise and sunset because that's not exactly an exact science either. So I would like to find that one owl person. I'll go and sell him the rest of the feathers if he's still around. He might have moved since it's nighttime, but you never know. Where could he have gone off to? Alright, so this is his general hangout spot, but it seems as though he's away for now, so I think we should just head back to town and have a bit of a sleep. Although, yeah, it's still only 7 p.m., so let's just wait around a little bit, maybe hang out on the docks. Yeah, most people have gone home. But yeah, I just want to hang outside for a little bit, mostly just to show off, like, the, what's like at nighttime, and actually look at that. So, are we on the moon? I don't know, but yeah, here you see what it's like if you stay out too late. After 7 p.m. it gets very cold. No! Fuck. Okay, yeah, it's not very forgiving. But, yeah, so... Luckily, I don't think anything too bad happened. We just got teleported, but I can't remember if, like, you lose things or something. But yeah, here's the inn. People hanging around, just chilling.
You look well.
Yeah, no real conversation topics for you.
My garden is filled with...
I didn't want to talk to you again, I want to talk to you.
We've had quite a few shipwrecks here. There's a reef surrounding the bay, and that's what does it. It shouldn't slow down traffic too much, though. I'm just glad you all made it.
Yeah, he is looping dialogue.
I work on the docks almost every day. If you ever have any questions about Lindau.
But yeah, so... We did unlock this place though, and in here there's a book. So, Shadian Folktales Volume 1. Long ago, the air outside the planet grew terribly cold. Without any fur or feathers for protection, Sun began to freeze. She decided to make her flames as big and hot as possible to keep herself warm. Sun worked all day and night to keep her fires burning. Enormous flames reached all the way out to our soil and began to scorch the creatures here. Fires raged, destroying homes and forests, but Sun was too exhausted to notice. Growing worried, the plants and creatures decided to help her. How do I... Oh, there we go. Together they gathered twigs, leaves, fur, and feathers and wove them all together into a large sheet of fabric. They covered it with clay to protect it from the fire, and the trees lifted the woven mass into the sky. Take this blanket to rest yourself in warmth, the creatures cried. Sun slipped under the blanket and wrapped herself tightly. Her flames cooled and dimmed, leaving the creatures in darkness. When Sun woke from her nap, her golden light returned to the creatures, who danced and sang, thankful that their gift had worked. And so, that is the story of the Sun's blanket, which she still uses every day. Now, is that a new conversation topic? I don't think so.
Take care now.
Well, let's head outside. Oh, it is still a little bit too cold. Oh, that's because it's not even nighttime. Or it's still nighttime, I mean. Okay, seems like we just get teleported here if we stay out too late. So anyway, let's just get some sleep. So, oh, here's kind of cool. You can see, like, and it gets very dark very late at night, and then go a little bit further. Here it starts to get light around 5 a.m. or so, and 6 a.m. And if we wanted to, we could wait until the eclipse itself, which happens at exactly noon. But now let's wake up at 5 a.m. Sounds like a decent time. I don't know if it's gonna be too early or not, but we'll see. Alright, good morning everyone. Let's just have... Oh yeah, here's this person. And also the innkeeper. She is nowhere to be seen either. I'm assuming she's up in her room. Is it too cold to be outside right now? No, it is not. Awesome. So yeah, we can kind of start our days around 5 a.m. Gives us a bit more time to explore. Although if we want to talk to certain people, we may have to be a little bit more picky. But anyway, let's pick up our exploration where we left off last time. So we explored that part of the island yesterday. Today, let's... Well, no, not island. Like... area? Yeah, let's just use the word area. But yeah, let's head around here, and remember that one kid did tell us that the innkeeper would very much like a painting of the eclipse, even though she didn't tell us herself. So maybe we shall wait until that time arises to get a good painting of that. It's a very beautiful game. And here, we've discovered Old Lindau. So this is, first of all, going to be a good place to find some more materials, like wood and canvas. Those are going to be needed for making paintings, and it also gives more inspiration so that we can make more paintings later on. Yeah. So yeah, it's very much in ruins. Everything got washed away by the landslide. And it's kind of... It's a bittersweet tale because on one hand, you know, the bitter part is like, this used to be a lot of people's homes. People used to live here, and I'm sure they used to have a lot of fun along the riverbank and all that. And Then the landslide happened and all that got lost. All of it went away. But the sweet part of the story is I don't think there were too many, if any, casualties. But yeah. This is Old Lindau. Okay, so yeah, why is the jump button? Good to know, good to know. And it looks like this might have been the old town hall or something like that. So let's see inside. Or no, maybe this was someone's house. We've got fabric, candles, wood. All good stuff to be collecting. And a few books to read. So let's do a little bit more reading. Nida the Water Fox. Celios laid out his blanket in a patch of sunlight. His water fox, Nida, sniffed about, searching for a nest of eggs to snack on. Stomach growling, he pulled a sachet off frosted biscuits and berry wine from his pack. Nida howled in excitement. She found a nest. With a thick crunch, she cracked into the egg, hungrily lapping out the contents before batting the empty shell aside. Celios grimaced at this as she started on her second egg. As charming as he found water foxes, he couldn't stomach their eating habits. And another book. Property of Yulia Greywing. It's been raining for several weeks now. Tons of water pouring down in a constant torrent. Our home is filled with buckets to catch spills from the ever-growing leaks. How I long for a moment of clear sky and a break from the incessant dripping as I try to sleep. Disaster has struck. Last night, just after the eclipse, the Red Feathers woke up to creaking and groaning. They grabbed their children and ran outside moments before the house split from its stilts and crashed into the river below. Madam Baker has ordered an evacuation of all of Lindau until they can fortify our homes against this awful wet. Oh, the terrible news. And only a day after we evacuated our homes and made camp on high ground, the entirety of our happy village has slouched off into the river. Nearly half the hillside broke from the mainland in a huge gush, taking our homes down with it. What a horrible thing the weather has cast upon us. Alright, let's keep an eye on the time here. Alright, it's 8 o'clock. So we've still got plenty of time before the eclipse. I would like to go and have a talk to the person to sell our owl feathers to. Or not owl feathers, but just feathers in general. I'm not 100% sure if someone else will want feathers at some point, or if their crafting item they'll find out will be, like, super valuable. But I'm gonna put my trust in the game. I'm gonna trust that the game is not going to throw an infinite selling point, and make it so that I can't actually make use of it. So let's sell some feathers. So yeah, 1 feather for 1 glowstone. So it's a lower rate than before. He was doing, I think, 10 glowstone for 3 feathers. And now he's doing 1 for 1, but still, you know, it's a way to turn a little bit of a profit. And here's something we didn't see before. It's like a little bit of a fixing point. Interesting. I wonder where that rope leads to. Perhaps if our graphic settings were set higher, we could maybe see off into the distance, but for now it's all a mystery. Not really sure what that leads to. But collect a few more crafting items, a few more feathers. It's 9 o'clock right about now. So remember, 7 p.m. is the time we have to start worrying. Right around 7 p.m. we need to find shelter, and we can sleep until daytime. Oh yeah, Old Lindau. Let's start talking about that.
That's where I live. When I'm not camping, my house is the only thing standing after the mudslide.
Why didn't you move to New Lindau?
Moving all those books just seems like too much trouble. Besides, what could be more fun than living in a ghost town?
I think I saw your house.
I certainly did. Did you manage to take a peek inside?
Yes, the curtain was open.
Oh, good. I hope you found something to read that was of interest to you.
Yeah, see, he doesn't have any problem with us trespassing. But yeah, let's sell more feathers. And yeah, that does remind me, let's just find people to talk to about Old Lindau. See what they have to say.
Thanks again for that painting. Damn fish unbiting today.
I guess you're not talking. Let's go ahead and drop a save. Over here we've got, yeah, can't really interact with these people still. Let's head into town. Because I would like to be in town for the eclipse #1. Which is happening in 2 hours. And #2, yeah, we might be able to find more people to talk to about Old Lindau. I don't think this guy will talk to us anymore, right?
Get out!
Okay. I'm just gonna keep, you know, complying. I want to be on his good side. Like, I don't think he's a bad person. He just got very sensitive when we brought up, you know, a sensitive topic. Okay, where's the innkeeper? Maybe at the gazebo right now.
I just can't wait to go home and show everyone this magnificent portrait. The beauty of my features entirely makes up for your lack of proper art training.
Let's see what you have to say about a lot of stuff. I don't think we talked to you about a lot of stuff.
It's a dramatic destination. I'll be the envy of my friends when I get home.
And what about Nava?
Oh, it's the most wonderful city. Much better than this place. I can hardly believe I managed to get myself here alive.
Architect of Lindau.
I've heard of him. A terrible man. Just horrible. And not very good looking either. They say he disappeared, and I say good riddance.
What about old Lindau?
I'm not very interested in old things. New things are so much more beautiful.
Alright. Still got like an hour and a half before the eclipse. I wonder where that kid is. The girl that was the painter. I wonder.
When I was a boy, merchants came to Lindau with strange spices and soft fabrics. They haven't been back in a long time, though.
Tell me about old Lindau.
That was the original Lindau. The town got destroyed after it rained every day for a solid month. The hill just slid away. There might be some stuff worth salvaging out there.
Alright. And I don't suppose the captain has anything to say.
Annabelle could sail the seas once more. How cruel can this world be?
I'm not gonna be like, you know, I just want to let her mourn, you know. I feel empathy towards losing a ship.
Old Lindau was a perfectly lovely port city. If that had been our destination, we wouldn't be in this mess.
Alright, so she doesn't have much to say about it.
You interrogating me? Can't you see I'm in mourning?
Perhaps it can be repaired.
Blasphemy! Have you no sympathy for the broken-hearted? Now leave me be.
What? I mean... Really? I wonder though. Maybe I could paint the shipwreck for her. And she'd be a little bit happier with me. I don't know, like... It's a risk, because if I do paint the ship and it turns out not to work, then I just wasted some perfectly good inspiration and canvas. However, if it does turn out well, then we'll see. Oh, do keep in mind the eclipse is in about 45 minutes.
Don't forget to meet me in Nava. I'm usually near the bakery.
Alright, you've got nothing more to say. Alright, let's head up to the gazebo. Watch the eclipse. Actually, right here is a perfect spot. We can actually kind of like get the gazebo in view. Let's do a little bit of crafting first. Just to make sure we have plenty of canvas to work with. Wait for the perfect moment. Thule, thank you for the raid. I'll give you a shout out in just a minute. I'm waiting for this eclipse to happen. And any moment now. Well, thank you for the giving the shout out, Skylar. You were playing Pokemon Emerald. Nice. I hope it was a fun one. I think this is the eclipse. I'm going to assume it is. So let's just work with that. Go ahead and grab that painting. So yeah, how long does it last? Seems like it started right around 11:45-ish. I think it lasts for about an hour. Let's just have a little bit of a walk around. There we go. Okay, so the eclipse stops at 12:30. Alright, so let's find the innkeeper. I wonder if she was up the gazebo. Maybe she's just in her inn. And those are just some kids playing. I guess we'll stop by the inn. No? Well, where could she be? If she's not at the inn... Oh, also this person isn't here either. So I can't ask her about old Lindau. There's no one up here, is there? No, doesn't look like it. Whoa. What the hell happened with that physics? Huh. Okay, yeah, where the hell did the innkeeper go?
Ah, a newcomer. In the future, if you're ever in need of carrot, my ox is strong, no?
Alright. Oh, is that her? No, that's not her. That's the NPC that just walked back and forth. Where's the innkeeper? That's just the dad that's mad with me. Where'd the kid go? There's so much that I do not understand. Oh, here's the kid.
For the canvas.
Do you know anything about Old Lindau?
That place is neat. My mom takes me there sometimes, but I'm not allowed to go by myself.
Okay, so this is where you live then. Cool. I'm not even gonna question the interspecies crossing. Unless maybe this isn't where you live. No, I see 2 beds. But, yeah, you do seem kinda stuck here, kid. I guess I can't really do anything about that, though. Alright. Well. I'd say... yeah, we'll worry about the eclipse painting later at night. Because I'm sure the innkeeper will be there around there. But all the way over here... here's something that we wanted to... I did notice it, I just didn't want to draw any attention to it. But, yeah, over here is a structure. It was kind of mentioned in that book. The Abandoned Tower. It is locked. Alright, well, it's a new conversation topic, so people might be willing to talk about it. And all the way down here is Old Lindau. Oh, no, that's not a person, that's just a rock. Alright. Keep an eye on the time, because we've only got so much time left in the day before we gotta make our way back. But yeah, let's head out. I guess we can't head out onto that rock. Can't head over there either. I wonder if we can talk to the person that rescued us, though, or rather that we washed up inside his cave. Also drop a save just in case the game crashes. I don't think it will, but it's always good to be prepared. Now, let's just... yeah. Go ahead and make that painting. I don't know if the captain will want it or not. If not, all it cost was 1 canvas and 1 inspiration. So we'll be able to bounce back if it did turn out to be a waste, but I don't think it will. Anyway, let's talk to you.
I was about to head into town to share news of your survival. You should go there and let them know yourself. It's just up the path.
Thanks for helping me.
On your way, then.
Alright, I guess we have exhausted his usefulness. Let's just head back into town then. It's 3 p.m. I think I want to talk to... Okay. Yeah, so the Fisher guy won't talk to us anymore. Oh wait, yeah, that's the new conversation topic that we have. It's the old tower. So let's... or the abandoned tower. Let's talk to people about the abandoned tower. See if anyone has something to say about that. I'm also gonna talk to you.
Oh, ship. Such a good ship she was.
Unfortunately, I cannot give her the painting. I thought it would be some good consolation, but I guess not.
What? I don't know. Is that an old Lindau? That used to be the main town. None of that matters now, though. Oh, my poor ship.
I must be going. Alright, let's see. There's the guy that wanders around the docks. Where is he at right now? I'm actually not seeing him anywhere. Well, we got several NPCs missing. We've got the innkeeper, who I have no idea where she's at. We've got the little girl, which we do actually know where she is. She's just stuck. Oh, here's the dock worker.
My father was a fisher of these oceans, so I've been out on the sea plenty of times. I could never be a fisher, though.
Why not?
Sea monsters.
Oh, right, I forgot we'd already done that. Alright, what about the abandoned tower?
I remember playing in there as a kid. The ocean looks beautiful from the top. I wish it wasn't locked up.
Alright, what about you?
I just can't wait to go home and show everyone this magnificent portrait. The beauty of my features entirely makes up for your lack of proper art training.
Let's see, what do you know about the abandoned tower?
I haven't seen it. It's part of Old Lindo, though, so it probably isn't worth seeing anyway.
Yeah, figured you wouldn't know anything. The innkeeper might, but I have no idea where she's at. Like, I think this is where she goes to sleep. But if it's entirely possible that she is stuck just like that little girl is. So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate if true. There's one last person we can talk to about the old tower, though. That's the owl guy, the writer. So he lives kind of right around here. There he is. I do not have any feathers to sell you. But let's see, do you know anything about the abandoned tower?
That building was part of the original town in Lindau. I've heard a ghost has taken up residence inside. If you're interested in an adventure, it's a lovely spot for a nighttime stroll.
Nighttime stroll, you say? Okay. But we are going to need the innkeeper. Because the innkeeper will sell us the mead that we need to stay warm at night. And she doesn't happen to be present. Yeah, no, she's just nowhere to be seen. Wonder if we could wait. But I also kind of just want to look this up real quick. So give me a moment while I pop over to my phone. Just Google real quick. Eastshade. Lindau. Innkeeper. Gone? Not appearing, I guess. Not appearing. Okay, apparently you can paint a picture of the wreck and show it to the captain. But for whatever reason, she just doesn't respond to it. Although apparently you can paint over paintings, So that's useful to know. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything about the innkeeper. Let's just see what there is to see about the innkeeper. Okay, Nika. That's her name. Let's check the wiki. Okay, well, I know her name, so maybe that'll help. Can't find Nika. There we go. This should help. Okay, well that was actually not very helpful. Okay, well none of this is being very helpful. So I have no fucking clue what to do. How are you looking on canvases? We've just got the 2. No, we've got the 3. This one, which should count, for whatever reason it's not. Then there's the eclipse, and then there's this one. Let's see if we can craft any more. No, we're still missing boards. And I've heard that's a potential problem. We may not have enough boards to complete that quest. At least not yet. We could probably cross the bridge and have enough boards that way. But yeah, the problem is also inspiration. We don't really have much inspiration, and the only way I know how to get inspiration is with tea, and we can't really get the tea without the innkeeper, who just has completely disappeared off the map. Anyway, let's, I guess, paint, or wait, no. Yeah, whatever. We'll paint over this one. Yes, paint over that. I will take that. We're now all out of inspiration. But hopefully that's good enough.
Can't you leave a person to mourn in peace?
There you go. Here's a painting.
Annabelle? Why did you paint her all ruined like that? Is this supposed to memorialize a resting place? Then you do understand this tragedy. Thank you. She would thank you too, if she were still alive. I don't want anything to do with this painting. It's a thoughtful gesture, but you keep it. Take these. There's nothing worse than arriving in a new place glowstoneless. Now leave me be.
There we go. Okay, I thought... yeah. Anyway, so that gives us 2 paintings. No, not what I wanted to do. Yeah, that gives us 2 paintings. But yeah. Still no innkeeper. She's just disappeared. If we could sleep a little bit, maybe that'll fix her up a little bit. Just rest for 1 hour. Please have worked. Please have worked. Yes. Okay.
The traveling artist.
There we go.
Goodness, that painting of the eclipse is lovely. Is it for me?
Yes, it is.
I bet Sandra put you up to this. Ah, this is lovely. You're too kind. I'm going to hang this in the room upstairs.
Nice. All right. Let's also talk about the abandoned tower.
Towers like that were used to send fire signals to Nava. But we don't need to do that anymore. It's a bit eerie, but late the other night, I thought I saw lights coming from inside the tower. Oh, it's probably just some kids playing a prank.
Alright, interesting.
Certainly.
So, let's buy some mead. 2, 3... 4 should hopefully be enough. Yeah, if we head outside, we might start to freeze. Let's also drop the save, by the way. If we do start to freeze, Just remember the mead. Oh heck, it's not even actually nighttime yet. It's only 6:30. Okay. Still nothing to do here. So, I wonder how late at night should we come out here? Because the implication was kind of like very late at night, right? Like the middle of the night-ish? In which case... I'm thinking we head back to the inn, sleep for a couple hours, and then we'll come back. That sounds like a plan to me, alright? Yeah, it's starting to get too cold. Let's get to the inn. Hurry it up, it's getting too cold. Alright, get inside. Whew. Barely made it. Alright. So yeah, let's sleep until like... let's do like 11:30-ish. Alright, it's now the middle of the night and most people are gonna be in bed and asleep. Let's drop another save, head outside, and yep, immediately it's starting to get cold, so let me drink some of that mead. That'll keep us warm for a little bit. And hopefully it'll last us long enough. To make it all the way over to that tower. Alright, it looks like one thing of meat is plenty of time. Oh, hello! There's a person up there.
What are you doing out so late?
What's in the crate?
I must ask that you tell no one about this. The information you have is already too close to uncovering the truth. I'm delivering supplies to someone who is hiding in the old tower. That old tower was once used to communicate urgent messages to Nava using signal fires. Some years ago, the need for such a tower faded, and it fell to ruin. That old tower? Someone has taken up residence there. I suppose one could say this person is hiding out. They wish not to be bothered by anyone. And that's something I can relate to.
Who is it?
This person wishes to remain unknown, and I mean to respect their wishes. I help lock it up, and only I hold the key to enter. I deliver supplies at night.
Why are they hiding?
They feel that the world of people is no place for them. And I quite sure this is the right solution, but the choice is not mine to make. I do hope you decide to keep this a secret. Its exposure means nothing to you and everything to the one who dwells in the tower.
Okay, what do you have to say about... I don't even remember who you are. Vingov.
Old Lindo was a beautiful town, but the architecture was far more interesting in Lindo. Well, I suppose you've already connected the dots. I knew someone would guess it eventually. The one who dwells in the tower, the architect of New Lindo. The one who designed the beautiful buildings. The one who has been missing for years now. Maybe this is for the best. Perhaps it's time someone talked to him. And maybe it's best if it's an outsider. I think deep down, he doesn't want you to live in it. He is rash, and he is proud. Would you talk to him? I'll leave the door unlocked for you.
Alrighty. So we can actually head inside for once. I'll steal his candle. And head up to the top here.
Who are you? How did you get in?
Ingov let me in.
I presume the old man told you why I'm here? Why I've chosen to live in this tower of solitude?
I think I understand.
You understand? Then, you know what it is to be an outsider your entire life? You've experienced what it is to be known for a birth anomaly? You can't possibly understand. Look at my face. It makes children cry. Before I left, I was the subject of chronic nightmares for one child. Her father showed her a new route to school so she could avoid passing me. Estranged from all others in this tower, I am an outsider. But living in the town, I am an outsider all the same. At least here in my tower, I won't fuel the nightmares of children. I dedicated my life to becoming a great architect. For half a century, I labored at this. I built the city they live in. And how do the people of Lindau know me? I am the disfigured architect. The townspeople don't appreciate what I've done. They dwell in the marvel of my life's work.
Someone wrote a book about you.
Really? What did it say of me?
It's about your accomplishments as an architect.
So, someone's finally taken notice of my talent? Well, that is interesting. That changes everything. It's about time. This conversation. It was almost enjoyable. Perhaps I'll see you again. But now, I'm afraid it's late. Or early, I should say. I don't believe I invited you into my house.
Okay, interesting. Let's take a look at that journal there. So I met him and told him of a book written about his work. He seemed like a rather brittle fellow and asked me to leave his tower. So, how should we proceed in that case? Well, first I think we should head back to town because our meat is starting to run out. And if possible, I would like to do this entire journey on one mead. I couldn't remember how long they lasted, which is why I bought 4. But here's some stuff to collect on the way. just in time. So let's head upstairs. And we're gonna need to find someone to talk to about this. I'm not sure who, but someone. Also, there's the eclipse painting. Alright, so let's sleep until 5 a.m. is good for exploration, but not really good for talking to people. Let's sleep until like 7 a.m. We're gonna start with the innkeeper. Or maybe the kid. The kid might. Oh.
Oh no! Have you spoken with him?
Only briefly. He was milling about here inspecting every architectural detail.
I saw him strolling around town this morning as if he'd never been gone. I can't believe it.
Where has he been all this time?
I heard he was hiding in that abandoned tower. He always was funny, that one.
He'd been missing so long, I thought the worst. I'm glad he's okay.
Oh, interesting.
Thanks again for that painting. See you around.
You look well. That poor man. He had quite a gruff personality. I hope he's very happy. Wherever.
Okay, so that didn't actually change the conversation. But apparently the architect is back. So that's the fisherman. Here's the architect.
This building is truly a marvel. A masterwork of architecture it is.
You've come out of your tower. Actually, no, let's not comment on that too much, but yes, it is indeed a marvel.
The builders wanted to destroy the design, you know. They claimed the materials would be too expensive, the details too extravagant. If they'd had their way, we would be standing in a wooden box. By the way, I have some work for a painter like you. Mistake me not, painting is an objectively inferior art form, especially when compared to something as functional as architecture. But in this one instance, I could use your skills.
What do you need?
I've decided I'm going to move away. It pains me to think that I'll leave behind my creations, but it pains me more to think of more interactions with these wretched townspeople. I'd like a painting of this very city. The composition should include this very town hall, the perched gazebo, and the inn.
I'll paint it.
If you hesitate too long, I'll just find someone else. You painters are a glowstone a dozen.
Alright, so we have a new journal entry. So, he wants a composition that includes the town hall, the gazebo, and the inn. Okay, so we have to find the exact right spot. Like right around here-ish. Could be a good spot. No, the gazebo's obscured. But here's a good spot. I don't think he wants the ox in the view though, so... Alright, let's give us... Oh, wait, no, we don't have any inspiration. Let's first get some tea, and then we'll make the painting. And yeah, as we saw earlier with the shipwreck, this game can get a little bit picky about where exactly
with all sorts of wriggly critters.
you place things, so we're gonna have to be very
Certainly.
picky with that. But yeah, let's help ourselves to some Lindown brew. Drink that, see how much inspiration that gets us. Okay, not a whole lot.
Certainly.
So we might need like a couple more. Actually, that was just enough. But you know what, I'll drink one more just for luck. Actually, what is the effect? Because it does have an effect in the corner. Actually, you know what? I'm curious. What is this effect? There we go, Lindowian brew. Gives the player a photo filter over the screen as an active effect that lasts for 3 minutes. And you can cancel that effect by drinking water. Alright. Well, I guess we'll be fine with the filter. I don't think it needs to be... I don't think this filter is too much of an issue. So again, get the inn, the gazebo, and the town hall all in the same picture. I'm hoping this will be good enough. And we can paint over this. Yes. Alright, so crop it so that it covers the entire everything. There we go. Now let me grab that painting. Hopefully the architect will be pleased with this.
The painting of my city. It's splendid. Truly. Thank you. And I should also thank you for before. I'm glad you visited me in my town. I'd like some time to myself. This is indeed a special place, and I'd like to enjoy it as much as possible before I go.
Well, there we go.
I saw you talking with the captain. How is she doing?
She really loved that ship.
I don't think I've heard her talk about much else. I wonder if she'll ever recover. How have you been?
Let's see, do you have anything to say about some stuff? How about the architect?
His disappearance was all very mysterious. I don't believe anyone's seen him in a long time.
And Old Lindau.
The original town built on the river. I remember hearing that it got destroyed in a mudslide. I heard that when I was really young.
And the abandoned tower.
Oh yes, I saw that from the ship. It looked as if there was a light coming from inside. Could it be a lighthouse?
Alright, well, I believe that's everything in Lindau. We finished the Architect of Lindau. And there's just these 3 quests right here. So I'd say that's a good place to call it. Gives me, gives you all a taste of the game. Next time we're going to begin our journey towards Nava. We do have enough money to cross the bridge, so we will be doing that, and then yeah, it's just a matter of kind of seeing what all out there is to see. I don't know where Nava is going to be, but we'll get there maybe next stream, or maybe not, who knows. But yeah, I hope you all enjoy the game. I'm having a good time with it. You can also see right there at the bottom, it does give you the option to export paintings. So, hello Lazy June. So, if you particularly like a painting and want to, I don't know, like save it as like a desktop wallpaper or something, you could do that. It's nice that the game gives you that option, but yeah. For next time, I am going to adjust the game audio balance a little bit. I noticed that the music is kind of loud and the dialogue is kind of quiet, so I'll go ahead and change that. I'm also going to see if I can change the subtitles so that it shows subtitles when people are like talking to each other. So yeah, but yeah, let me know what you all think. This is going to be the series for Sunday for quite a while. I don't actually know how long the game is. I never finished it. I only played like a few hours. I think the last time I played, I stopped right around when Nava, when I got to Nava. So, but I want to see as much of this game as possible, so yeah. With that said, next stream will be next Sunday as usual, or Saturday for a lot of you. Here are my links where you can support me. Also, once again, thank you all, everyone who came out to the streamathon. I was happy with how that all went down. I think the streamathon was a good one. So let's find ourselves someone to raid, and yeah, if you want to support me, there are all my links. And here's our raid message. Right there at the bottom, right there. Haru Hugs. you can copy and paste that if you want, or type it in yourself. And if you're subbed to me, you can have access to the heart emote along with several others. But yeah, I'm really happy to be playing this game again. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.